In this video lecture, we are going to discuss the working principle of the different types of cycloconverters. The cycloconverters, they can be of a single phase cycloconverter, it can be a three-phase to single phase cycloconverter, or it can be a three-phase to three-phase cycloconverter. So we already discussed the AC voltage controllers, which provide a variable output voltage, but the frequency of the output voltage is fixed, and in addition the harmonic content is high, especially at a low output voltage range. A variable output voltage at variable frequency can be obtained from two-stage conversions: fixed AC to variable DC and variable DC to variable AC at variable frequency. However, cycloconverters can eliminate the need of one or more intermediate converters. A cycloconverter is a direct frequency changer that converts AC power at one frequency to AC power at another frequency by AC to AC conversion without an intermediate conversion link. The majority of cycloconverters are naturally commutated, and the maximum output frequency is limited to a value that is only a fraction of the source frequency. With the development of power conversion techniques and modern control methods, inverter-fed AC motor drives are taken over cycloconverter-fed drives. However, recent advances in fast-switching power devices and microprocessors permit synthesizing and implementing advanced conversion strategies for forced commutated directly frequency changers to optimize the efficiency and reduce the harmonic constants. So let us discuss the principle of operation of single phase to single phase cycloconverter. The two single phase controlled converters are operated as bridge rectifiers. However, their delay angles are such that the output voltage of one converter is equal and opposite to that of the other converter. If converter P is operating alone, the average output voltage is positive, and if converter N is operating, the output voltage is negative. The figure that shows the waveforms for the output voltage and gating signals of positive and negative converters, with the positive converter on for time T0 by 2 and the negative converter operating for time T0 by 2. The frequency of the output voltage is F0, that is equal to 1 upon T0. So if alpha P is the delay angle of positive converter, the delay angle of negative converter is alpha N, that is equal to pi minus alpha P. The average output voltage of the positive converter is equal and opposite to that of the negative converter. So VDC2 is equal to minus VDC1. Similar to dual converters, the instantaneous values of two output voltages may not be equal. It is possible for large harmonic currents to circulate within the converters. The circulating current can be eliminated by suppressing the gate pulses to the converter, not delivering load current. So a single phase cycloconverter with a center tap transformer can have an intergroup reactor which maintains a continuous current flow and also limits the circulating current. The waveforms for the output voltage and the gating signals of positive and negative converters, with the positive converter on the time T0 by 2 and the negative converter operating for time T0 by 2. The circulating current can be eliminated by suppressing the gate pulses to the converter not delivering load current. So a single phase cycloconverter with center tap transformer is shown in the figure. It has an intergroup reactor which maintains a continuous current flow and also limits the circulating current. Coming to the gating sequence, during the first half period of the output frequency T0 by 2, operate converter P as a normal control rectifier with a delay angle of alpha P is equal to alpha, that is by gating T1 and T2 at alpha and gating T3 and T4 at pi plus alpha. During the second half period T0 by 2, operate converter N as a normal controlled rectifier with a delay angle of alpha N is equal to pi minus alpha. That is by gating T1 dash and T2 dash at pi minus alpha and gating T3 dash and T4 dash at 2 pi minus alpha. The circuit diagram of a three-phase to single-phase cycloconverter is shown in this figure. The two AC to DC converters are three-phase controlled rectifiers. The positive converter operates for half the period of output frequency and the negative converter operates for the other half period. The analysis of this converter is similar to that of single phase to single phase cycloconverters. The synthesis of output waveform for an output frequency of 12 Hz is shown in this figure. The control of AC motor requires a three-phase voltage at variable frequency. The cycloconverter can be extended to provide three-phase output by having 6 three-phase converters. The cycloconverter shown in this figure is a three-phase to three-phase converter. So the cycloconverter already discussed can be extended to provide three-phase output by having 6 three-phase converters as shown here. Each phase consists of 6 thyristors as shown in figure and a total of 18 thyristors are required. If 6 full wave three-phase converters are used, 36 thyristors would be required. We can notice from these figures that the output voltage is not purely sinusoidal, and as a result the output voltage contains harmonics. The input power factor depends on the delay angle of thyristors and is poor especially at the low output voltage range. The output voltage of converters is basically made up of segments of input voltages, and the average value of a segment depends on the delay angle for that segment. If the delay angles of segments were varied in such a way that the average values of segments correspond as closely as possible to the variations of desired sinusoidal output voltage, the harmonics on the output voltage can be minimized. The average output voltage of a segment is a cosine function of delay angle. The delay angles for segments can be generated by comparing a cosine signal at source frequency with an ideal sinusoidal reference voltage at the output frequency. The figure shows the generation of gating signals for the thyristors of the cycloconverter. So the first waveform you can see is that for the input supply voltage, followed by the reference voltage at output frequency, the conduction periods for P and N converters, the thyristor gate pulses, and finally the output voltage. The maximum average voltage of a segment which occurs for alpha P is equal to 0 should be equal to the peak value of output voltage. So Vp, that should be equal to 2 under root 2 Vs upon pi. That is equal to under root 2 V naught. This gives the RMS value of output voltage as V naught is equal to 2 Vs upon pi. That is equal to 2 Vp upon pi. The rating of power devices must be designed for the worst case condition which occurs when the converter delivers the maximum RMS value of output voltage V0. The input and output filters must also be designed for worst case conditions. The output of a power controller contains harmonics and the delay angle for the worst case condition of a particular circuit arrangement should be determined. The steps involved in designing the power circuits and the filters are similar to those of the rectifier circuit design. So coming to the summary, the AC voltage controller can use on-off control or phase angle control. The on-off control is more suitable for systems having a high time constant. Due to the DC component on the output of unidirectional controllers, bidirectional controllers are normally used in industrial applications. Due to the switching characteristics of thyristors, an inductive load makes the solution of equations describing the performance of controllers more complex, and an iterative method of solution is more convenient. The input power factor of controllers, which varies with delay angle, is generally poor, especially at the low output range. The AC voltage controllers can be used as transformer static tap changers. The voltage controllers provide an output voltage at a fixed frequency. Two-phase control rectifiers connected as dual converters can be operated as direct frequency changers known as cycloconverters. With the development of fast switching power devices, the forced commutation of cycloconverter is possible. However, it requires synthesizing the switching functions for power devices. Thank you for patiently hearing this video lecture. Thank you.